Hello everybody, and welcome back to HeMakesMePlay, where I, Marius, make other people play video games. And I'm here with Vincent. Hello, Vincent.
Hi, Marius.
How are you doing?
Guess what? I'm doing great because
Yeah.
we're playing Disco Elysium.
Me too. And I'm most great because we are such a good cop. Last time I felt like we did some real police work. We figured out a bunch of cool stuff with our visual calculus vision.
Yeah.
We also lifted the curse, but that was long ago. Then we figured out the course of some kind of car that crashed into a sign.
Mm-hmm.
That was the very last thing. And now I think we can do more police work. What do you think?
Yeah. We're back in the whirling and rags, and
That's right. And we can talk to the dock workers, yeah?
yeah, we're already in position, and we just have to load into.
Yeah, the music
Okay.
hasn't started yet. I don't hear the rags music. There we go. And the ambience.
And there's the music. Yeah. You're okay. So right next to the area the dock workers are in is the gardener. So
That's the lady we already talked to. She gave us gloves.
right,
Yeah.
but I would suspect.
She has some new stuff to say.
Yeah.
You want to talk to her?
There's, yeah. They are not really talking to each other. No, she said, "Let me handle this." The
Mm.
woman says to the crowd in the mess hall before turning to you.
She wants to handle us.
I guess so, yeah. So the way it's set up is there are two tables with 5 people on them, and then there's one dog worker in front of them, looking at us basically, and she's standing right outside. And they were sort of talking to each other, but I'm not sure if they were actually referring to each other. That what had me confused there. for a moment.
Okay.
Detective disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are? This is Martinez, in case you've forgotten.
She's
I advise you not to overstay your welcome.
whoa. She used to be nicer.
Yeah, she just gave us gloves, and that was
Yeah, and
Sweet.
she was like noticeably sort of not anti-cop last time, I think. And now she's like all puffed up, playing tough gardener with us.
Yeah, she also, while in the dialogue with the dog worker, she said something about this is not why I studied law.
Oh.
So we'll see. We have 3 options. The first one being, you're the gardener. Or, you lied to me, you're not the gardener. Or the last one, I just wanted to know more about the place before I check it out. That's normal.
Okay, maybe she's not the gardener.
I-
Do you think so, Vincent?
I think she might not be a gardener.
I think then if that is the case, then it would be super funny to say you're the gardener, like a 5-year-old. So I kind of want to say that.
Yeah, okay.
No, I'm not a gardener. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union.
She crosses her arms.
It all makes sense now. We've
had-
been played, Vincent.
She had gardening gloves and
It was so
everything.
convincing.
God damn it.
But it was obvious, Vincent. That's the only reason someone would so quickly let them go.
Yeah,
Those wonderful gloves.
possibly.
Well, okay, what can we say now?
We're still wearing them, by the way.
So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy. You think he has information that will help you? Maybe he does.
She points to the man on her right.
That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming, nothing official. The district of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her.
Good job, Kim.
Yeah.
Put her in her place.
So, wait, who is this Titus she's talking about? Have we
Was
heard
that?
about
Yeah, I
him?
was wondering. Is that the leader of the union? I mean, Joyce talked about people like that. I just don't remember any names.
Yeah, me neither. Titus Hardy. I don't know. We certainly haven't seen him.
Yeah. Okay.
And
What does he look like?
Titus?
Yeah.
He appears to have either a cap or orange hard hat on, and then a vest, a green shirt under it, and orange pants. And yeah, everything is a little bit dirty, but not too much.
He looks like a dock worker.
Like a dock worker, yeah.
I think that Joyce, she talked about the leader of the union and his twin brother or something. Do you remember?
Oh, right, there was that.
Yeah, I don't. Well, it might be a clue. I don't know if there's another person here who looks exactly like Titus, but that would be a clue
Oh, yeah.
to his position. Anyway, let's keep talking to the woman.
Yeah. So we can ask, what's your role in all this? Or we can ask, what if I wanted to talk to you, not Titus? Or we can ask, what are you going to do to me? Or the last one, why are you so aggressive?
Well, I want to ask all of them. Start at the top.
Okay. So what's your role in all this? Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. She crosses her arms. Do you have hearing problems? Yeah, seriously. Okay, next one. What if I wanted to talk to you, not Titus?
Yeah.
What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In matinees, you are no one.
She drives a tough bargain, but I do think Joyce was the more effective negotiator. Being too aggressive is actually a sign of weakness, in my opinion.
Yeah. Is there any reason why we wouldn't have any authority here?
No. I mean, okay, there was this whole pissing contest,
Yeah,
in
but-
quotes, between departments, but someone has authority. Either Kim or me can do an arrest.
Yeah.
I said me, I mean Harry.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and she doesn't seem to argue it. It's just she
Well,
states it as a fact.
exactly. She just said we don't recognize it.
Yeah.
So she's being an anarchist.
Okay. Well, next one. What are you going to do to me?
Yeah.
The lieutenant is not satisfied with the approach. And she says, what are we going to do to you? She starts laughing. It's a cold laugh, devoid of joy. The union isn't going to do anything to you. It is not a crime syndicate. It is a labor organization. And Titus Hardy, it's a cap, not a hard hat, says, a gruff hump from the table. Goddamn right it is. And Lilvis again. If anything, it is the RCM who do things to people. She shakes her head. But we digress. Or digress. And now we can only ask, why are you so aggressive?
Yeah.
Aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers. Kim says, so you were spying on us. And now you represent murder suspects. Just dock workers. And Elizabeth again, listen, you moral internal lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Rocheville. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards. And Titus says, fuck yeah. The tall, broad-shouldered man takes a sip of his beer. And Elizabeth again, so ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders. Okay, now we have more options. We can... we have 5 options. The first one, the world needs a financial buffer zone. No need to get emotional. Second one, the privatization is not unlawful. It's cool and funny. Maybe you're just not historic individuals. The third one, I don't know
Here we go.
where you heard that, but it's wrong. The RCM is principled and strong, unlike you socialists. And the fourth one and last one, I like that. Good start. Let's take it a step further. Armed uprising. What are the union's plans? Oh, the actual last one is, yeah, let's do that. Let's ask those questions.
Well, I guess, I mean, we can give her some sass, establish our political opinion here, but that hasn't been our style of play.
Not really.
We have been apolitical, compassionate, and disciplined.
Yeah.
And I really don't see the point with this lady. So
No.
I vote for the last option.
Yeah, me too. That's her expression stiffens. And that's it.
Okay,
Now we
let's
can
talk to
leave.
Titus.
All right. let's talk to Titus. Is there anything else I can interact with?
Also, Vincent, after talking to her,
Mhm.
I got a hunch. I got the impression that these people are probably maybe not gonna help us get the body down. Do you agree?
Think so? I mean,
Yeah, it's just a hunch.
maybe it's just her, and they're all very friendly and helpful.
maybe she's having a bad day.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta look on the bright side.
This is where you say your bits.
Okay. First off, we got a new task:
Hmm.
interrogate the vigilantes.
Yeah.
And this is where you say your bit. A broad-shouldered man points at you with a beer can.
Detective,
The lieutenant acknowledges you with a sharp note. He's leaving it to you.
Of course.
Okay. Well, the first option we can take is don't say anything yet. Or we can say, first, we need to talk about your attitude. Or the last option, we need to talk about the man hanged out back. What do you feel like?
Yeah, it's interesting, right? Because he says, this is where you say your bit. You could say nothing in order to defy his prediction. But I feel that is also a kind of weakness.
Yeah.
I think the strongest option is to do exactly what he predicted and not give a fuck.
Yeah.
So, what do you know about the body, etc.?
I absolutely agree.
Oh, this is about him? A real looker, that one.
You're sure taking your time, waiting for him to get all ripe and pretty for you, huh?
That's a person called Shanky who is sitting behind him.
Do you know what this reminds me of?
No?
You remember Hearthstone? There was this card, a Defias ringleader, and the audio line it had was, "This is our town, scrub. Yeah, beat it." This is exactly that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, sorry.
He's a real pretty boy by now. Real hot stuff. Letting out that pretty boy smell.
Okay.
Interesting voice acting here.
Yeah. That's another person called Glenn.
Okay.
Easy, boys. These janitors have a hell of a job cut out for them. I mean, I wouldn't go in there for $1 million.
Okay, I should say, I just skipped over a line where Shanky said in all caps, "Time to go to work in the shit factory."
I've heard that before somewhere. Yeah, our unconscious said that to us. Remember?
No?
Yes, absolutely. When we slept, it was actually the limbic brain. Remember, it said it in that voice. "Time to go to work in the shit factory, Harry."
Huh.
Remember now?
No.
Oh man, you can go back and watch one of our episodes. Just
I
trust
might,
me,
yeah.
it happened. So it predicted the future, Vincent.
Huh.
It's amazing.
We're better at this detective stuff than I thought we would be.
Yeah, very good thing, Vincent, that you read out that line and didn't skip it. Thank you for being so thorough.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Titus Hardy said, "Easy, boys. These janitors have a hell of a job cut out for them. I mean, I wouldn't go in there for $1 million." He slaps his forehead.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
Suggestion. Medium success. These guys are so macho, they're ready to confess to first-degree murder. Ask if it was them.
Good call.
Visual calculus. Easy success. Do a head count first. Connect these men to the tracks you saw in the yard. Chances are they're going to match. Okay. And we can scan the room, or we can say, "The man hanged in the backyard. Did you do it?" Or we can leave.
I think we should take the opportunity to ask to get a confession.
Okay. And not trust visual calculus and do a head count first?
Well, as much as I love that skill, remember that we are our suggestion is more our character, right? We are
That's
this
true.
psychic guy.
Yep. Okay, so we ask, "The man hanged in the backyard, did you do it?" And Titus says, "The pretty boy?" He takes a sip from his can. "You guys really love talking about that pretty boy." And Kim says, "Funny," the lieutenant says without a smile. "But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you." And we can ask, "Why is there a container belt around the dead man's neck?" Or we can say, "I have spoken to the dead man in a bizarre occult vision.
Oh my god.
Or the last option, you're involved somehow. I just don't have proof yet.
Oh, Vincent, do we take the weird option? I kind of want to take the weird option.
Yeah, just to bring him off balance a little bit.
Exactly. And Kim has requested this kind of interrogation style before from us.
Oh yeah.
He's come to expect that. So
Yeah.
strap in, Kim.
Here we go.
Here goes nothing.
So, I have spoken to the dead man in a bizarre occult vision. And Titus says, that is fucking bizarre. A magic man. A goddamn magician. He shakes his head.
Hmm.
The lieutenant waits for your reply, patiently. His foot taps only a little.
He's a bit nervous.
Yeah, or we can say either, he said love did him in. Or we can say, honestly, the occult vision was too confusing for me to understand. Do we just...
The first one is what love did him in?
Yeah, he said love did him in.
But what was the occult vision, Vincent? What did he say? Did he say that?
He said a lot, mostly about stuff about us, I feel like.
It was really just us talking anyway.
But, I mean, I like the first option just because it just keeps on the pushing off whatever balance he has.
Well, let me make a case for the other one, though,
Okay.
because at that point we're saying something that doesn't fit this guy's script, and that's how you push people off balance, right? He would expect us to either go down the weird route further, or be the tough cop or whatever. With that option, with the second one, we are admitting a kind of weakness or confusion, which is probably the least that he would expect.
Okay.
So I'm voting for that one.
All right. I probably would have taken the love option first and reversed directions later on, but sure. Let's go.
Well,
that way.
also, I don't like the love because it feels not true.
Yeah, okay. So we say, honestly, the occult vision was too confusing for me to understand. And Titus says, I'm getting a bizarre message from Angus' stomach right now. It says, wait, what is it saying, Angie? And Fat Angus says they ain't got shit, boss. Kim says, we had something else beside the occult vision. He turns to you. Esprit de corps, medium success. We had to have something. His foot tapping has become less patient now. And we're back to the previous option. Either the asking about the container belt or accusing them of being involved.
Ask about the belt.
Container belt? Like we use in the harbor? And we can only ask, yes, why? Because we took it, he says, from the harbor where we work. Then we went out back and used it to hang him.
They confessed.
Half-light, medium success. As he speaks, his fists contract, going through the pulling motion again, savoring it.
He's proud of it.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god, we solved the case, Vincent.
Well, that's it. Well, thank you
Guess we
everybody
can
for
go
watching.
home now.
Yeah.
Let the real call the police.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, we continue, and Titus says, we did this. He looks you dead in the eye. Together, all of us, until he was dead. That's why there's a container belt around his neck. And we can say either, aha, so you just confessed to murder? Or we can say, that's it, the game is over, we got the perpetrator.
what do you want to say?
Either one is fine.
It
don't know.
surprises me because, I don't know, I'm not a cop. I've watched some cop shows. I would expect them to now, not be so, not point the finger in this way, but just ask for more details, right?
Yeah.
Get more and more out of them. When did you do it? How many people were there exactly? What did you use to kill him exactly and stuff? Because if they're in a confessing mood, this is where you make your case, right?
Uh-huh.
So both of these seem kind of incompetent, but what are we going to do, Vincent?
Well, at least in that case, asking a further question is better than not asking anything and just accusing.
I agree.
So we say, aha, so you just confessed to murder? And he says, goddamn right, And Elizabeth says, no, the woman interjects. These 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened, so that you don't waste any more of your time. And you also complete the task, interrogate the vigilantes, and regain 30 XP.
That was kind of easy, but okay.
Yeah. Okay. We have more questions to ask, like we suspected you. So we can ask, first option, you murdered him just like that. No remorse? Or we can, second option, ask, who called the shots that night? Or the third option, when did this hanging incident occur? Or the fourth option, why did you kill him? The fifth, how did you kill him? And the last one, why don't I just arrest you? Step closer to Titus.
All right, let's ask the facts. When did you kill him?
Okay. And Elizabeth says, you don't have to answer any of his questions. The fixer turns to remind Titus. I know, Lizzie, relax. He takes a sip. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week. Okay. And we can ask, how long had you known the victim? Or we can just go forth with understood. Next question.
Last Sunday night, yeah?
Uh-huh.
That's about, so Kim's time frame is correct, I guess. Didn't he predict like 7 days ago because of the weather and stuff?
Yeah.
I don't know if that was 7 days ago. What day is it today? Monday?
I think today is Tuesday.
Ah, okay.
But yeah, we started on Monday.
Although, I mean, that the body has been hanging there then for... Yeah, well, I guess it fits. Yeah, okay. Okay, sorry. There was a question now. The first one.
How long had you known the victim?
Yes, let's ask.
And Glenn says, known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole. Shanky, yeah, who do you think we are? Titus again, quiet. Titus gives Glenn a stern look. He came around about 3 weeks ago, when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy? Oh, he was like some sort of spy?
Maybe? Didn't he look more like an enforcer?
Right, there was that too.
Yeah, I
But
don't
he
know.
was certainly working for the other side, not the union.
Yeah, very obviously.
Okay. And Kim says, by the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier, the representative for Wild Pines? The lieutenant pretends to check his notes. The same company you're striking against? And Titus says, no, he stresses. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what? He rubs his chin, pretending to mull it over. Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say. When you ask her hard enough. And Elizabeth says, that's enough insinuation for today, Titus. She turns to you. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions. Ooh. Okay.
So it is relevant what we pick, I think.
Yeah. So we can still ask if there's any remorse, who called the shots, why did they kill him, and how did they kill him?
Yeah, I still say the police work, get the facts. How did they kill him?
Okay. We hanged him by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, Copper? And Shanky says, didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot? Kim says, can you give us a few more details? Did you muffle him? We haven't heard any reports of screams. Elizabeth says, Titus, you don't have to clarify anything. Titus still says, we overpowered him, dragged his unconscious body to the tree, put a noose around his neck, and hanged him till he was dead and steady. And Shanky says, then we left him for seagulls, maggots. The small man points at you, and you fucks. Okay, and we can now ask, how did you manage to overpower him? We can ask, where did this overpowering happen? And then we have a red check, composure challenging 12.
Whoa.
Things aren't quite right here, are they?
Red check?
Yeah,
That just means
or-
we can only do it once.
Yeah, an orange check, red check, yeah.
What's the difference between orange and red?
It's orange, but I said red.
Oh, okay.
That's the only difference.
What's the chance?
28%.
Oh, fuck. I really want to get it, though. We have to do it, kind of. Let's do it. Or do you disagree?
Yeah, I wonder if we can ask the other things before that.
I don't think so. I feel like we have to make a choice.
I disagree. I think we...
Okay, yeah, maybe you're right.
Because I can't remember any time when we actually... When the game skipped the option to do a check.
Yeah, I can't remember either, but that may be because we always take the option normally.
Could be, but actually, usually we try to get as many.
That's true, to get a
bonuses
bonus. So, okay, let's do that here as well then. I hope you're right. Maybe you are.
Me too.
Which of those do we pick then?
Uh,
The most factual. That was the... Like, where? Where did they kill
yeah,
him?
that would be my option too. Where did this overpowering happen? Right fucking here, he looks around. The fucker pranced in here like he owns the place. Got what he was coming to. Got what was coming to him. Okay, and we still have the same options, so the other question is, how did he manage to
Yes.
overpower him?
I think you were right.
With numbers, asshole. How do you think? He looks at the woman. You're right, Lizzie. I've done enough explaining here. Oh, no. Okay. And reaction speed, easy success. No, he hasn't. Not yet. Ooh, saved
Good
by
job, reaction
save.
speed. Oh, that's interesting that skill is used for stuff like that.
Yeah. And do we get any bonuses? Yeah.
Nice.
We get a +1 from Shanky Might Be Lying.
Nice. Yeah, we should always stick to this schema from now on, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't get distracted.
Okay, we have a 42% chance
Let's
now.
do this!
Come on.
Yes!
Woohoo. Composure, challenging success. Titus is solid as a rock, and so are a few others, but... And now we can ask, first tell me who's solid. That's talking to composure. Or we can ask, who's cracking under the pressure?
First tell me who saw it?
Solid.
Oh, okay. Do you think, again, we can ask both?
I think so.
Let's ask first.
Okay.
That's almost like wait.
Mm-hmm. Okay, first tell me who's solid. Elaine. Or Alan? I'm not sure. Who looks like he might be Titus' right-hand man. The least antsy of the bunch. Definitely not his first time being questioned by the police. Also, he hasn't spoken yet. That was me. Shanky. This little rat-faced fellow is solid too. Always fidgety, yes, but no change there. And Eugene. Him neither. Mostly keeps to his tomato juice, or whatever he's got there. He hasn't talked either. And now we can ask who's cracking under the pressure.
Yes.
Fat Angus. This one. He's sweating profusely and has difficulty breathing. They have smartly kept him out of the conversation thus far. Definitely the weakest link in the chain. Endurance, medium success. A single sentence would wear him out. He can't take the lengths of the questioning. Keep it going long enough and he'll crack.
Oh, interesting. Fat Angus, does this gentleman look so rotund as to maybe be responsible for the more deep impressions of footprints?
Hard to say.
Is he like very tall?
Not really. Mostly heavy build, but
Okay. So maybe not.
could be. I mean, 200 kilograms. You don't have to be that gigantic to weigh 200 kilograms. So yeah, could be.
Do you also think that the gardener lady was among the mob with the lynching because of the lighter footprints?
Don't
Or
think
maybe
so.
was it Shanky?
I mean, right, there was something about a child or a lady, right?
Yeah,
And
a kid or a lady.
yeah, and there are 7 people from the union here,
And her.
and her. So
She's the
yeah,
8th. Yeah.
could be.
Oh, okay. What's going on?
We now have the option to say, "Hey, you!" Turn to the big guy. You having trouble breathing over there? Or we can just vaguely say, "There's something you are not telling me." Or we can finish the whole act by saying, "Right, I have other questions about the lynching."
So the last skill that spoke to us, that was what? Composure? No.
Endurance was a single sentence would wear him out. And before that was composure, yes.
Okay, a single sentence would wear him out, and then there was like keep the conversation going. I wonder what that skill wants us to do. Does it want us to not engage him directly and just keep talking?
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
I kind of want to. I mean, you could interpret it in the other way, like speak a single sentence to him, and that will wear him out.
Yeah.
I kind of want to take the direct route to
Yeah,
engage him.
me too. Also because I feel like if we say there's something you're not telling me, that's the last thing we can say here for the questions. And then Titus just says, I'm done here.
Possibly, yeah.
So yeah, let's turn to the big guy.
Yeah.
And Fat Angus says, no. He looks up, startled, his forehead shiny from sweat. A few coiled locks are peeking out from under his warm woolen hat. And Shanky says, of course he's having trouble breathing. Just look at how fucking fat he is. The man next to the big guy starts bursting out laughing.
Angus, these people aren't your friends.
I
Stop
think
with
so,
the body
yeah.
shaming, Titus.
Well, that was Shanky, and now Titus says, fuck off, Shanky. The big boss steps in. Angus is a powerful guy, all muscle. Doesn't look like that. And we gained 5 XP, and Composure says, keep your eyes on this powerful guy. Sooner or later he's going to break like a piece of twig. Okay, and now we can still ask or say there's something you're not telling me.
Okay, let's do it.
And Titus says, and fuck you too, copper. Picking on Angus like this. We're done with this schoolyard shit. And just so you know, he doesn't have trouble breathing. Empathy, medium success. His all muscle comment wasn't sarcastic. He's genuinely trying to look out for Angus. Composure. This one is a stone wall. You won't get more out of them about the night of the murder. Not yet. Okay. So we say, right, I have other questions about the lynching.
Okay.
Like what, Copper? Okay, I guess we get to ask another question. So we can still ask about the remorse, who called the shots, and why did they kill him?
Yeah, motive, I think, would be the next thing to establish, right?
Uh-huh.
Why did they kill him?
I can also guess who called the shots there.
Yeah, we do, that's why we don't need to ask it.
Yeah. Why did you kill him? Why? He hisses through his teeth. Because he was mirthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out of line. In my town. And we can say, so he was a mercenary. That's it? Or we can say, glad we cleared that up.
No, number one, please.
And he stepped out of line, he repeats, jaw clamped shut like a vice. And Kim says, what kind of mercenary? The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Kohoi and Simonai written all over him. Ex-RNG's Special Forces. And Eugene says, a live grenade. The man spreads his arm. Right here in our bar. Empathy, medium success. This one has a special gripe with him coming here. And Titus says, I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara. And we can ask, hold on, how do you even know he was in Special Forces? Or we can say, right, but what did he really actually do wrong?
Yeah, I want to ask that.
Okay.
Or actually, did you already click?
No.
Well, the first option says hold on, which is like wait,
Yeah.
which means that it shouldn't cancel anything.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
And Eugene says, because one night he walked straight up to the mic and said, I'm RNG's goddamn Special Forces and I'm gonna fuck you all.
Do you think he actually did that?
I am not sure, to be honest.
That would be a baller move.
That would be. Yeah.
Well, okay.
And Kim says, really? Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there. Sang some RNG's Paratrooper song and said he's gonna fuck everyone.
Oh, man.
And Shanky says, I couldn't believe it either. But he fucking did. Right there, he points at the stage. Like some kind of animal.
Was he our partner or something? That sounds like something we would do.
Yeah. That's funny as well. they listen to that, kill the guy, and 2 days later another guy.
Yeah, another one like that shows up and waves his gun around.
Yeah,
It's
where are
like,
they
I'm
all
gonna
coming?"
arrest you all.
Where are they all coming from?
The tree's already full. What are we gonna do with this one?
Yeah.
I'll just feed him alcohol. He'll take care of himself.
And we almost did.
Yeah.
Okay. And we can only say, right, but what did he actually do wrong?
Yes.
Wrong? That's Titus. Wrong, he roars. He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning. He wipes spittle from his mouth.
Seriously?
Empathy, easy success. There's slight unease in him suddenly. He regrets mentioning the rape.
Mm.
And he continues, to kill us all if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. He cracks his knuckles. And that was before he started coming here. What does he mean that was before he started coming here? Like to this bar?
I guess. Yeah, I don't know either.
Hmm.
I think so. I mean, or does he? Is this Eugene saying that?
No, that's Titus.
Okay, because Eugene had a special problem with the guy, right?
Yeah.
And so then the before could have, referred to something before this conflict, but in this case, I don't know. I think they mean the whirling in rags, yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, let's continue and
Yeah.
see. And now Eugene is speaking. Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke. Right there on the stage. And Kim says, he grabbed someone? The lieutenant is trying to make sense of this flood of information. And Eugene continues, yeah, this girl's on the mic, beautiful girl, young, gets into the second verse of Lava Lake. The fucker grabs her leg, starts screaming. Show me your cunt. Why don't you show me your cunt? Then he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down. He shakes his head in disbelief. And we can either say, was this the same girl who was sexually assaulted? Raped, you said? Or we can say, okay then, now about the man you killed.
Yeah, number one, get the info.
And Titus says, aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen. And Shanky says, yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Aren't you fucking listening? He repeats like a parrot. And we can ask further, right, but who did he rape then? This is a very serious allegation.
Ask it. There's something they're not letting on.
And Titus says, no. There's a moment of silence. You're not getting a name. That's a Martinez matter, and I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
There's a lot of shame involved here.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I wonder who it could be.
Yeah. Tough to make guesses. Like, we have no more information.
Yeah.
I wonder if also none of this could be true. Policeman in me wants to check if the corpse actually has the wine bottle sized mark on the head or something. You know?
Yeah, that would be interesting. But
also, that if that's true, that guy sounds absolutely unhinged, crazy.
yeah, but I mean, so far I believe them.
Yeah, why?
Because there's so many details, and because either they have put a lot of effort into synchronizing their stories, or I don't know. I'm surprised by the amount of detail and by how well they work together to tell this story.
Yeah, but I mean, they are obviously working together against the police. So I don't put it beyond them to come up with a story. And I would be more leaning to your side in this if there was any hard evidence that corroborates the story.
Yeah.
Like talking to the girl who got harassed on stage, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
Like then we got something to go on, or a mark on the body, like a wine bottle, or other people who are not dock workers saying that this guy was so unhinged. Why haven't we heard about this before? Why
That's
hasn't
true.
Gart mentioned it or something?
Yeah. Well, we can ask him about this.
Yeah, interesting.
Hopefully. We are back to the original menu.
Alright.
So we can.
Maybe we can ask all the questions. I don't know.
Guess
I
so, yeah.
still think we should prioritize. So, what are the options?
We can ask about remorse. We can ask who called the shots, or we can say, "Why don't I just arrest you? Step closer to Titus."
Okay.
Or we can conclude the questioning. That's new now. We can conclude the questioning by saying, "So what are we going to do now?"
Ask about who called the shots.
And Elizabeth says, "Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy Boy without arresting all Hardy Boys."
The Hardy Boys. Okay.
A shadow of a smirk passes her lips as she tilts her head. "Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest all of them?" And we can address Elizabeth and say, "I don't have to. One of them was more complicit than others." Or we can address Titus and say, "No, but seriously, who calls the shot around here?"
Yeah, do that one.
And Titus replies, "Who do you fucking think does?" He sounds more amused than angry.
He thinks of himself as the leader, obviously.
And we can say, we can point at Titus, "You do, you give the commands." Or we can point at Elizabeth, "I thought she did." Or we can point at Fat Angus. The biggest animal dominates the herd. I'm guessing it's a big one. Or we can, the last option, bow to the bearded man. Gangs are usually run by the oldest, most venerable member.
That is such the Inland Empire option. That's like the war paint stuff. I don't know. Like, there's some kind of weird tribal thing going on with this guy. I don't know. So, of course, the Fat Angus option is interesting because we might further unhinge that person. But it's also the least true. Everyone knows that's not the case. If we point at the lady, then we might sow division and discontent in their group, because Titus, she's the only one I think who can even hold a candle to his alpha domineering, right? So I vote for that one. Point at her.
I mean, I'm interested in the bearded man because he hasn't spoken yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's, I think, the only one who hasn't spoken yet. And I'm not sure which skill said it. I think composure. When we ask who of them is steady, and composure said that one is probably second in line, or second in command.
So what's the point then of bringing him in?
I don't know, I just want to talk to him. I want to know more about him. But...
All right, I'll leave it up to you. I've made my case and I rest it.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's go with Elizabeth.
Okay.
And see where that goes.
Maybe again we can do all the options.
I don't think so. Who runs the shot here? You do. No,
You
wait,
do, you do. Yeah.
So, yeah, point at Elizabeth. Glenn says, "It wasn't a question, dickwad. How fucking stupid are you?" And Shanky says, "This asshole is worth then." He falls silent. Titus runs the Hardy Boys, genius. That's why we called the Hardy Boys. Ain't that right, fellas? And Titus Hardy says, Titus grins. "I think you got your answer, Mr. Law."
He's pleased.
And Elizabeth says, "Yes, there are some administrative differences." She gives Titus a stern look. "But on that night, they all acted as one man." Okay, I'm back to the original menu.
Okay, a remorse?
You murdered him just like that. No remorse.
Think of the children.
And Titus replies, "How many people have you sent to the chase? Ever felt remorse for them?" And Alan says, "Or sent them to reunion to rot for 20 years, for life." He says it as if it were worse than dying.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Me neither.
Neither does Harry.
Yeah.
I like that we have a name for him now. Well, okay.
And I think that was the first time that Alan spoke.
Is that the bearded guy?
Yeah.
Okay. So
sure.
yeah, he's old. He has experience. Maybe he spent time in prison.
Yeah. And we can say the first option, yes, but these were all bad people, criminals, the scum of the earth. Or we can say the second option, look, I'm just doing my job, that's all. Or the third option, what we do is different. We enforce the law. We just kill people, you just kill people like it's nothing. Or the last one, honestly, I drink so much I can't really remember anyone I've sent behind bars.
I want to say that one.
Yeah, me too. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And Shanky says, doesn't remember them, the red-faced man shouts. He just forgets. Are you hearing this, Titus? And Titus said, ain't no use keeping a stiff catalog in your head, that's for sure. He wipes his mouth with the back of his hand. Okay, and now we can either try to arrest Titus or conclude the questioning.
I don't know if I want to arrest Titus. Do you?
I mean, I know if we say, why don't I just arrest you, and we step closer to Titus, I can...
I'm gonna get our ass kicked.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
So let's just conclude the questioning.
Yeah. I think so.
Okay. So we ask, what are we going to do now? New task. Prove your authority to Titus Hardy. And Elizabeth says, nothing. Her reply comes sharp. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your stations, where you belong. And Kim says, I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus. The lieutenant closes his notebook. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder, even if it's a group responsibility. We're going to look into this.
That's an interesting take.
Yeah. And Titus says, good luck with that. He grabs another beer. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is going to hear from us. Real law. Oh, it's going to hear from us, real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating. And suggestion, medium success. Rent-a-cop? So that's what this is about. He doesn't see you as his equals. And we can now scan the room, or we can say, I want to talk about the hanging again. Or we have a white check, authority challenging 12, establish authority.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
And we even get a -1 because we were weak when we first met.
You probably always get that. Right?
I mean,
we didn't do anything wrong.
I mean, we didn't. I mean, I can see a version where, like, there was a authoritative option.
There
I
were
think, right?
other choices, but it's in the eye of the beholder, and we will figure it out. But scan the room first.
Okay. Starting from the right, boot size 44. That's Glenn. Blonde man in his 30s, overbearingly masculine. Theo, sitting on his right, standard working boot, size 45 or 46, eldest in the room, probably mid-50s, smoker, quiet. Oh, so that's probably the bearded man they were referring to. Because Alan also has a beard, but it's just a mustache,
Okay.
I think. Next to him, Alan. Across at the other table, hobnailed working boots, size 43, gang tattoos, Musqua or Samarisian.
Do we have to do this ourselves? You know, match up the foots and stuff? Do we have to think about that? Because I am. But I don't remember everything that Visual Casual said.
I mean, so far it works, right? So
It checks out so far.
Yeah. But I'm wondering what the end of this scanning is.
Yeah, okay, let's keep going.
Gang tattoos, Musqua or Samarisian. In his late 30s, early 40s. Pain threshold, medium success. A symmetric burn on his neck, resembling the letters loss, loss. Has he tried to burn it off? Leave that life behind? What does loss, loss mean?
No idea. Some gang?
I guess. Yeah, either that or it was a marking from a prison. Then Titus Hardy. And then standard walking boot, steel reinforced toes, size 46. The big dick. Wide at the shoulders and lean at the hips. rugby cap, fingerless gloves, and numerous scars. A little under 40. Perception sight, easy success. The emblem on his vest says rowing club. A little patch below it reads T. Hardy, captain.
Of course, captain of the rowing club.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Eugene, in the far corner. Standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 44. 40-something, non-alcoholic beverage in hand. You squint. Is that a plectrum? And we can ask.
He's a music player. Maybe he's a drummer.
With a plectrum?
No, but maybe he also plays the drums. I'm just saying that because Kim had this drummer theory that he was so ashamed of.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
Could be. We should ask him.
It's like maybe that guy with the plectrum has one sole of his shoe sort of rubbed off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't say anything about it, but we can ask. So it says, is that a plectrum? And we can ask either where or the little guy.
Let's ask about the plectrum.
Okay. On his neck. Forget it. It's not important. And now we can ask, and the little guy?
Uh-huh.
Shanky, size 41, with a light step. Not a child after all. An older man with a red face, mean watery eyes, and 2 front teeth missing. Fat Angus. In the middle, heaving and wheezing, big guy, boot size 46, deep marks, probably carried the victim over. He alone is 130 kilos. Add the man in armor and you could easily exceed 220. Well, there we go.
Yeah.
5 XP gained. Whoa. Visual calculus. In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the crime scene. The footprints were theirs, but there's a discrepancy. And
The 8th. And why didn't you scan the lady?
yeah, we can only say one of them is missing. The odd soul?
Uh-huh.
Exactly. You stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything. Hit them with questions. Where's the 8 Hardy? And Titus says, "The fuck is it with you, fella?" Titus is staring at you with his head tilted. And we can still talk about the hanging again. We can also now have the option to say, "I found 8 sets of footprints, but there's only 7 of you. Where is the 8th Hardy
Let's say
boy?"
that.
What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy boy. There's 7 of us, and we're all here. He sizes you up. Oh, what? You want to be the 8th Hardy boy? We ain't hiring. He shakes his head. 5 XP gained. And Glenn says, "Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe..." Suggest medium success. This person Glenn wants to hire, he really respects her. And Titus says, "Shut the fuck up, Glenn," he roars. "I do the talking here. Now what the fuck do you want, cop?" And Kim says, "So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy boy. It's a she, and you don't like us talking about her?" Titus says, "That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy Boys matter. Nothing to do with your shit." And he points at the lieutenant. "You are not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head. I'm watching you." And Kim replies, "Good. We're all watching each other." The lieutenant adjusts his spectacles. "Officer, your questions?" Esprit de corps. Easy success. There's no point in pushing it further, he thinks. This is already a victory. We'll learn more about this 8th Hardy sooner or later.
Okay.
Okay. We could try the white check.
Yeah, I mean, why not, right? It's a white check. We can retry it.
And now we got a +1 from Disgust, the 8th Hardy.
Nice. So, even Stevens. We still have -1, right?
Yeah, so it's +1 and -1.
Yeah. What's the chance?
28%.
Well,
Could see if we have anything that gives us more or less authority.
sure, why not? I don't think we do, but maybe. Got a bunch of stuff.
At least the ledger gives us more authority. Yeah, we have -2 from authority. So yeah, the ledger of failure gives us -2 to authority.
Yeah, let's just put this away and then yell at the guys.
Yeah, I like that we put the ledger away, but we still have in our other hand the bag of trash.
With guard
Looks like the
gloves.
circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Wow, 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 wow.
Okay, and now we have a 58% chance.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Oh, fuck off. Well, we know what we can level up now.
Authority, challenging failure. Establish authority. Yes,
Oh.
authority. Feverish thoughts race through your mind. And with 4 options here. We can either say, first you tell me someone's been raped, and then you don't say who. That's bullshit. Stomp your feet. Or the second option, I'm the only thing keeping this town from going to hell. You're not helping. And you're not helping. Point your finger. Or the third option, turn to the lieutenant. Kim, I need your gun.
I love how this is all, a failure of authority.
The last option is talking to ourselves or authority. That's it. That's all I got.
I'll leave this one to you, Vincent.
I like the second option. I'm the only thing keeping this town from going to
Yeah,
hell.
that is so grandiose
Uh-huh.
and preposterous. Yeah, I agree. Let's say that one.
Okay. And Titus says, and what exactly is it you've been doing that's so goddamn special? Shitting yourself in front of us? He leans in. Going around harassing kids on the streets? Kids who've done nothing wrong? All the while talking racist shit? Don't think we aren't watching, Fasha. People here trust us. We're getting complaints. And we can say, I haven't said anything racist. Or we can say, I don't even have a gun. Or we can say, I haven't arrested any kids. Or we can say, I'm not shitting myself.
Which of these is actually true? We certainly don't have a gun.
We don't have a gun, and we aren't shitting ourselves. I think.
That's
I
true.
hope.
That hasn't happened. Makes me think that maybe that's in the cards
Uh-huh.
for in another playthrough. But also, of course, all of this could refer to the before times that we don't remember.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
Yeah. So only I vote the gun because that's the only true one.
Okay. I don't even have a gun. And he says, what are you talking about? Guns are the only thing you have. Waving them around old ladies' faces. Trying to gun down kids. Ooh. We
What's that?
took a hit on morale.
Oh.
And Eugene says, Carly said they've been trying to set up a mass execution. He shakes his head in disdain. Bulk purchasing guns. Ammunition, too. And Titus again. I can believe that. He nods. Carly works in a gun shop, you see. And Kim says, there's no mass executions, officer. He looks at you, concerned. Just ask questions and don't get sidetracked.
Who's this Kali?
I have no idea.
Maybe that's the 8th.
And authority speaks up. Please don't set up a mass execution. You'll never be able to pull it off. The logistics alone are insane. Just ask questions. Be a normal cop.
Interesting to see how authority thinks.
Uh-huh.
Okay, logistics is the downside to that one. Yeah, I
Uh-huh.
agree.
Okay, but that's it for now.
Yeah, all right. Another venue which we failed.
Well, did we though?
Well, we failed with the authority, but who knows what that actually would entail? I don't know where that would lead us.
Yeah.
We've got quite a few things to investigate now, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can look for all kinds of stuff. Look for people who corroborate their story. Look for the sexual assault allegations.
Mm-hmm.
Look into that. I don't know.
I want to ask Liz again a little bit about
Oh, okay. Yeah.
the 8th party, if we can.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
And we can ask her, are you the Hardy girl?
Yes.
I am not, she says dryly. And Glenn says, you could be Liz, you could be anything, you could even be a model.
That's kind of nice.
And Elizabeth says, even a her face stiffens. Glenn, I went to law school. I am an attorney. Electrochemistry, easy success. He's right. With a face like that, you could be on a cover of La Dubertin International.
Is that actually true, Vincent? What's your assessment?
Sure.
She's so pissed off about this. She just wants to be an attorney.
Yeah.
I think the man was trying to be nice. He did say you could be anything.
Yeah.
But that interaction does make me think that she might not actually be the eighth one.
yeah,
What do you think?
I agree.
Yeah, okay.
Also because I don't know, she says it dryly that I don't know. That's just stating the facts very dispassionately.
Yeah, also so dispassionately that maybe she doesn't want to be.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe she's a bit annoyed by them. Okay, and we have three options. The first one being, he's right, you are very pretty. Or we can say,
We could do this just to rile her up and get her to make a mistake.
We could also say, get a grip, Glenn. She went to law school. Or we can
That might be more aggravating. I'm not sure.
Or we can change the topic.
Say she went to law school.
All right.
Yeah.
And Glenn says, so fucking what? Lots of models are actually really smart people, fuck what? Hey, we gained 5 XP. And Elizabeth says, no, Glenn, they aren't. Her tone is cold and uninvolved.
Oh man. Yeah. Some division.
Okay. Well, guess we're done here.
Yeah.
We could ask,
Yeah. What's next, Vincent?
because we're still in the Whirling and Rex, I vote we ask Gard about the karaoke and the rape allegations and all that.
Yes, I agree. I agree that we should do this next time we play. Can you believe it? This was a long interrogation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we did learn a lot.
It was. It did really, my whole obsession with progress is very much satiated. This did feel like real progress
Yeah.
in the investigation. And actually that gives us more leeway now to dick around and do other crap. Could also go to the stuck cars and investigate the drugs and all kinds of stuff. I don't know. Maybe just punch head measurer for a laugh. I don't know. There's so much to do in Roboshol. If you enjoyed the interrogation today, dear audience, then you can like the video or subscribe to the channel. You can also leave a comment. We're always happy to hear some input. You can follow us on Twitter @makes_play. And thank you, Vincent, for reading to me this interrogation so wonderfully.
My pleasure.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.